Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Right now, pretty much all you're gonna see today is gonna be a very quick reading wrap up from the month of September. I was pretty much on a monster romance binge read, because I wanted non-human bits. So I turned around and bought a bunch of indie reads for all monsters, basically. There was regular people here and there. Not really though. So I tried to keep it short and sweet and simple, and try to keep these summaries short. So also I'm not like spoiling anything as much as possible. If I spoil you, sorry. Um, First one is gonna be My Minotaur Husband by Lionel Riley. There was a Minotaur. He works in construction. That's all I needed to hear. I love a construction man, and I love a size kink, and I love a shy, awkward man. He was so shy and awkward. There's moments I was like, "You just put your foot in your mouth. Why would you say that?" And then I was like, "You know what? You're cute though, so fine." Yeah, I actually like this author. I read My Over Husband as well as I Married an Alien. So I Married an Alien. So I will continue to read her books because they're actually very good. But so far I've only read novellas. I haven't read any of the novels that she has. I might pick them up though. Can't guarantee it, but I love that one. Then we have A Soul to Heal by Opal Rain. I bought A Soul to Keep the month before and I inhaled that. I love Orpheus and Rhea. So then I turned around and got all of them except for Jabez's book. And I hope that there's 20,000 more. Magnar and Delora. When I tell you the first chapter of Delora had me screaming, "Queen, yes, Queen! He deserves it!" I've never been happier in my life. Then you had Magnar came in, his goofy self, underdeveloped. But I was like, you know what? I remember you from Maria's book, so you have my heart a little bit. But he was super sweet. And their book was just an all around really sweet time. And it's just, hey, depression. um, The Kraken's Mate by Susan Tromley. I actually read Scorpion's Mate the month before. I really liked it. Thrax, his unhinged self, was so funny. So then when I saw Naaman's book, and there's a whole series of them, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to slowly read them. Naaman's book was very good. It was very sweet. And I love how they communicated despite the differences of being like, no, 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 it's not you. I'm trying to help wait for you to be better before we do anything because of like the traumatic experience that she went through. So consent king. We love That's the thing I love about monster romances. Consent kings. Okay. Then you have A Soul to Touch by Opal Rain again, which is Mayumi and Kitty's book. I almost said Faunus. It is Faunus now, but I like calling him Kitty. So, but yes, Faunus. I love Faunus. Faunus is so damn goofy, and it just he's also one of the Dustwalkers that are slightly more developed. And when I tell you this book made me hate Jabez, I was like, no, and I know, and I knew that Jabez has a book, and I was like, there is nothing that you can do that will make me redeem this motherfucker. Like, I was like, how dare he? I was like, and Kitty was in so much pain. I was like, oh, I hate this man. And then, oh, and then, then we got to Merrick's book, and I was like, okay, maybe Jabez ain't that bad. Because look here, it was complicated. But then it's like, then you had Merrick. He got on my nerves. He's such a grumpy bastard, but like in a good way. And then you had Raywin that was like softening him up, like making him less jaded, and it was just perfect. Like the absolute grumpy sunshine. Like when you think grumpy sunshine, it's these two. Like because she was getting on his nerves at one point, and he said, "You know what? You're like a leech. I'm just whatever." Then we have The Weaver by Tiffany Roberts. I read the omnibus version of the Spider-Mates trilogy. Loved it. I think more people should be talking about the fact that Ketan got assaulted throughout the entirety of that book. But that's fine. Anyway, when we got the announcement of the Bricks, which is going to be the trilogy for the Friends, this is Rick Kosh's book, and Ayama's? Yes, Ayamas or Ayas. Um, Their romance, I knew it was going to be sweet. I knew it was going to be very cute. I had very little expectations when I actually just got Delver in the mail since it just came out. So I'm excited to read that one because, again, I love me a silent, grumpy man. Um, then we have Midnight Mated by Savannah Lee. This one came up on my feed on Instagram. It's a shifter romance. And it's shifter in the sense that it's not only werewolves. Like, it's all kind of shifters. So, like, the male main character is a panther. Oh, and he's Scottish. I love a Scottish lad. Mm. And I was like, oh, I wish I could I wish I could utilize an audiobook for this because like I just know, and it's a slow burn. I was like, give me. And the tea is actually scorching. The lore is actually good. I was like, hold on, wait. So I need to buy book 2 for that so I can continue on with it. I know it's a trilogy. And then we have Whispers of the Deep by Emma Ham. This book has been in my bloody feed for months, and I finally bought it, and I got it at the same time as the other 3, except for Call of the Fathoms, because she had the author sale where she had damaged copies for half off. And baby, I bought all them author editions. I don't even like hardback like that, but them's purty, so I bought them. And I finally read this, and their relationship, it was cute. It didn't give what I needed it to give as much, but it was good enough, you know? Like, it was cute, it was romantical. Um, could have been maybe a little bit more high stakes, you know, but hey. Then, next, we have A Soul to Revive by Opal Rain. This is, what's this? Oh my gosh, Emery and Ingram's. Emery and Ingram. It sounds so cute now that I'm saying out loud. Their book, what I tell you, that Demon Slayers Guild, I was hot. Okay, I was like, this man just tried to talk to you, and you just ooh. But I was so happy that she basically freed him, and like they started their story from there. Their romance was very cute, very sweet. And I remember Raywin's being hella cautious of Ingram because his eyes were purple. She's like, I don't know. Then it basically explained that's just their colors. Okay. Then you have oh my gosh, Gideon and Alaron. This book hurt. Okay. And it was one of the chunkiest ones so far, and it hurt. Okay. I was like, okay, their romance is so cute, it's so sweet. And frankly, Emery's book kind of gave insight where it was like, okay, well, how are we gonna get down with the anal part? That explained it. And then once we got to Gideon, it was like, oh, like we had love and all the love, and then it just hurt after that, and then it was love again, but it was still like a oh. um Bless Alaron, he was so sweet. Then you had Twilight of the Embers by Tessa Hale. Apparently Tessa Hale is hot waffles, because I have never heard of this woman, but apparently she's is the shit. But this, I read it, I inhaled it in like 2 hours. It's a reverse harem, dragon shifters. Yeah, that's all I needed to hear. Yeah, I mean, it was the main character young, yes, to be expected. Usually reverse harems they are for whatever reason, but um, this was cute. And I love an unhinged man. And Kyle has my heart. Okay, my little Viking man. He has my heart. Okay, this this is my first cowboy romance. Believe it or not, in my all of my years of reading, I have never read a cowboy romance. So when I saw dark romance cowboy, and it was not about incestual relationships or incest insinuated, I was like, oh, okay, give me. I love an unhinged man. And something about a cowboy just has a little razzle dazzle to it. You know, it's given Yellowstone. So it's like, okay, this was very cute, very sweet. The yearning, and Mags, the yearning. This man, oh my god, he yearned for that woman. Then you have the Songs of Abyss. This is the like pretty much the sum up of the last month that I read, which is book 2 and the Whispers of the Deep. Oh my gosh, I forgot their damn names, but the brother and the general's daughter, their romance. It's supposed to be enemies to lovers. It was not enemies to lovers. It was maybe hesitant ally to lovers. But their romance was very cute. It was actually far more believable than book two. Or not believable, but it was far more, I guess, natural than book two. Both differently abled people. He was an amputee. She was hard of hearing. So great representation, and it was just, it was so good. But aside from that, like I said, I was gonna keep this short and sweet. That pretty much sums up. I am still a little bit in my monster romance mood, but I have been reading strong so far for the past couple months or so. And I am now dipping my toes back in fantasy. So I'm hoping that my next reading wrap up will look a little bit more fantastical. But of course, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. I hope to see you return. If not, totally understand. Still working out the kinks of the channel. But uh, hopefully I can get this moving. Also, don't forget to follow me on Pagebound to see anything I'm currently reading or anything that I've recently reviewed, or any posts that I may have made that might share the same opinion. If you would love to chat about things, comment back and forth, I would love to hear from you on my Pagebound. But aside from that, thanks for watching. Bye.